I think that the fall months are my absolute favorite time to be in the national parks. So today I'm really excited to share with you my 10 favorite national parks to visit during the fall. My name is Ash. I'm a former park ranger and the founder of Dirt in My Shoes, and I am in the national parks all the time. As you can probably imagine, I just can't get enough. So today I just want to share with you my favorite national parks to visit during the fall. It is such a magical time to be in the parks. Not only do you get the beautiful scenery, but you get less crowds, you get all the beautiful fall colors, and more wildlife in a lot of cases, and it's just a really cool time to be in the parks. So let's jump in. Number 1, Rocky Mountain National Park. Rocky Mountain National Park is located in Colorado, right about here, pretty close to Denver. It is a very popular national park. It's actually one of the busiest national parks in the country. A lot of people come here for the fall colors. It's got a lot of aspens that just glow beautiful yellow during this season. So you will have crowds, but it is absolutely beautiful. The other cool thing about Rocky in the fall is that there are a lot of elk, and the elk come from the higher elevations. They move down into the valleys. You'll see them in Estes Park just walking around town. You'll see them down in the meadow areas, and a lot of these elk will be bugling, the male elk looking for their mates. And so you've got that haunting bugle. The elk have really big antlers at this time of year, and so it is just a sight to behold. It is one of the coolest things about Rocky in the fall. My favorite time to visit Rocky, if I'm hoping to see really nice colors and see the elk, is typically sometime around mid-September. And I should note that if you go to dirtinmyshoes.com, click on National Parks, it will take you to this map where you can then click on the park you want. And I have a ton of information here for you so that you can make your trip a reality. Number 2, Acadia National Park. Acadia National Park is in the Northeast US. It's up there in Maine, which is just absolutely known for its beautiful fall colors. So when you get up there, if you visit during the fall, you can expect just stunning fall colors, fewer crowds in the national park, not so much in town right outside the national park, but fewer crowds, cooler temperatures, beautiful fall colors, and one of the most magical experiences in a national park that I think you can have. So looking at the map, Acadia National Park is all the way out here, right on the coast of Maine. It is such a cool location. You've got a lot of cruise ships that come up. A lot of them come up through the Northeast and down into Canada over here. And they do often stop in Bar Harbor, which is right outside of Acadia National Park. So as I said, the national park itself usually isn't too busy in September and October. You've got some overflow from people coming in on cruises, but the town of Bar Harbor, which is right outside of Acadia National Park, is super popular during the autumn months. Those cruise ships stop, they're taking people on leaf peeping tours, and so you can expect a lot of people in town, but as I said, it's absolutely beautiful. There's a reason that everybody wants to be here in the fall. My favorite time to be in Acadia, if I'm hoping to see fall colors, is sometime in October, but you will want to note that the park does start closing things down around mid-October, and so you've kind of got to go those first couple of weeks or be okay with some closures and fewer options hotels-wise or restaurant-wise, so just keep that in mind, but I do love October in Acadia. Number 3, Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Great Smoky Mountains is known for its fall colors. It might be the most famous national park for fall colors. October is the busiest month in this park for that very reason. What makes it so cool is that Great Smoky Mountains has such a diverse collection of trees. There's so many different kinds of trees in this park, and they all like to turn colors in the fall. So starting about mid-September, you'll start getting some color change, but really October is the time to go if you're hoping to see the most colorful mountains. It's absolutely beautiful, and I think that it's an experience that you need to have at least once. Great Smoky Mountains National Park is over here on the Tennessee-North Carolina line. There are a lot of great places to go to see fall colors in the Smokies. I really love the Cataloochee area, which is a little bit more remote. It's absolutely beautiful. But again, you'll start getting those lower elevation color changes right around mid-October most years. A lot of people get nervous about the crowding in Great Smokies, which it is the most visited national park in America, and October is the busiest month in this park. But I do have an itinerary that will walk you through hour by hour when to be where, that will greatly help with the crowding issues. So don't shy away from visiting in October. It is fantastic, but just make sure you go with a good plan. Number 4, Great Basin National Park. Now, this national park is one that pretty much nobody has heard of. It's one of those lesser known, kind of fly under the radar type of national parks, but it is so cool and it has beautiful fall colors. Great Basin National Park is Nevada's only national park. So it's out here right on the Nevada-Utah border, really in the middle of nowhere, but it is so cool, such a surprise. You will not be sorry for planning a trip here. What I love about Great Basin in the fall is that it has a lot of aspens, and there's a scenic drive that you can take up to the base of Wheeler Peak, which is the main peak in this park. And that scenic drive takes you to about 10,000 feet above sea level, and the aspens are often glowing a beautiful yellow at that time of year. I like hiking the Alpine Lakes Loop. I like doing the Bristlecone Trail. I like going to the glacier up there. Lehman Caves is there, which is a really cool cave you can tour. So lots of really cool things to do. The night sky here is just remarkable. One of the best night skies you'll probably ever see. And again, a lot of people don't know about this park, but it is one of my favorites to visit, especially during the fall. If I'm visiting Great Basin in the fall, I like to plan my trip for sometime around mid-September. Number 5, Zion National Park. Zion National Park is a very famous national park. Everybody wants to go here. My problem is that most people visit this national park during the summer when temperatures can easily get above 100 degrees. And so I prefer this park in the fall. I think it is so much more enjoyable because the temperatures are much more manageable and some of the main activities are just better in the fall. Zion National Park is one of Utah's 5 national parks. It's right down here at the bottom of the state. We've got Bryce Canyon pretty much right next to it, but it's a really cool area of Utah. You've got all the red rocks. It's absolutely beautiful. So in addition to the better temperatures for exploring, pretty much everything is still open in Zion during the fall months. And this is my favorite time also to hike the Narrows. It's still warm enough that the water feels great, but the water levels are much lower, making it an easier hike. You're not fighting against the current. You will get some fall colors in this park, but I personally prefer Zion in the fall just for the fewer crowds, the better temperatures. Some of the activities are better in the fall, not necessarily the fall colors. Although it is beautiful, it's just not known for its fall colors. If I'm going to visit Zion National Park in the fall, I will typically kind of go sometime around the end of September, or I will go towards the end of October. What I'm trying to avoid when I'm planning a fall trip to Zion is the fall break crowds that come around mid-October, sometimes a little before mid-October, but the park gets absolutely crazy during that time. So I'll either try to go before fall break or after fall break. Both times are really ideal in Zion National Park. Number 6, Shenandoah National Park. Shenandoah is very well known for its fall colors, kind of similar to the Smokies. It's just one of those places that everybody wants to congregate to when those trees start changing colors. So Shenandoah is out here in Virginia. It's actually pretty close to DC. So a lot of people will come in from these population centers out here and come see the beautiful colors in Shenandoah. The other cool thing about Shenandoah is that it is right along the Blue Ridge Parkway. So the Blue Ridge Parkway actually connects Shenandoah down to Great Smokies. So you've got this beautiful drive through the mountains that is also just absolutely fantastic for fall colors. We like hiking in Shenandoah when we're there. We love hiking through the mountains, Dark Hollow Falls, Stony Man Mountain, stuff like that. But overall, Shenandoah, you can just drive through. It takes you to the mountaintops. There are so many great overlooks, and it's the perfect place to go to just see those fantastic fall colors all around you in the mountains. October is typically the sweet spot for seeing the beautiful colors in Shenandoah. But what's cool is it's such a big deal for this park that they actually keep an ongoing fall colors update on the Shenandoah Facebook page and National Park Service website. So you can check there, you can kind of get an idea for what the colors are looking like, and then you can pop on over there when they reach their peak. Number 7 is the Grand Canyon North Rim. And this choice might surprise you a little bit because the Grand Canyon isn't particularly known for its fall colors, but the North Rim, which is much less visited than the more popular South Rim, actually has a ton of aspen trees. It's at a higher elevation, it gets more snow, it's a totally different ecosystem than its more popular South Rim. And so we like to go to the North Rim to see those aspens turn colors and to be in just a beautiful place with very few people. The Grand Canyon is down here in northern Arizona, and so you do get some cooler temps because you're not in the really, really hot part of Arizona down here. And the North Rim does have a really nice fall season. If I'm hoping to take advantage of the beautiful fall colors and get away from the crowds, I will usually visit the North Rim sometime around mid to end of September. The North Rim does close down about the middle of October to most uses, and so and then the road will stay open, but like the lodge will be closed, the campground will be closed, stuff like that. So it does have a shorter season than the South Rim, but I do think it has better fall colors, and I just love being there when there are so few people. Number 8 is Mammoth Cave National Park. I love this national park in the fall. Again, it's just you get there when there's not so many people. They're still running cave tours. They run the cave tours all throughout the year, and so you can still tour the cave, and you just get some gorgeous fall colors in the surrounding forests. Mammoth Cave is out here in Kentucky. So towards the bottom of Kentucky, you've got like Nashville down here is like an hour and a half from Mammoth Cave. So it's a really fun area to visit, by itself, or you can loop it around to Nashville, other places in Tennessee. You can go to Great Smokies in the same trip. It's just a really cool location and a really great place to come in the fall. In addition to taking a cave tour, we really like to hike the Green River Bluffs Trail. That's where I personally have seen some of the best fall colors in this park. You can do the Railroad Bike and Hike Trail, which is a really cool bike trail that you can take, again, through those trees and through those forests. You can do a lot of really cool things in this park and enjoy the fall colors and the fewer crowds. If I'm hoping to see good fall colors in Mammoth Cave, I will typically plan my trip for sometime in October. Number 9 is Grand Teton National Park. Grand Teton is my favorite national park. That's no secret, but it is especially magical in the fall. I absolutely love this national park in the fall because you've got all the aspens that turn yellow. You've got those beautiful mountain views. And you've got the elk bugling, which is similar to the conditions in Rocky Mountain. So you'll get a lot of the same stuff between Rocky Mountain and Grand Teton, but I just absolutely love this national park in the fall. Grand Teton National Park is in the upper corner of Wyoming, so it's right here. You can see this other dot is Yellowstone. They are only separated by an 8-mile road, so you could do both. Yellowstone isn't as well known town for fall colors or anything like that, you can still go and see the geysers and the wildlife and everything. It's super cool. But if you're looking for fall colors, I typically like to put more time into Grand Teton. A lot of times in the fall in Grand Teton, you can still hike back into the mountains. The weather will sometimes hold okay for you in the fall, but it's not unheard of to get a snowstorm coming through here. Even in September, it could snow on you. So keep that in mind, but I just don't think there's anywhere more beautiful to be in the fall months, even if the mountains do have a little dusting of snow. If you're hoping to see the really good colors and you're hoping to see the elk, plan your trip for sometime around the mid to end of September. That kind of tends to be the sweet spot for seeing the wildlife and seeing the colors. And number 10, my last favorite national park to visit during the fall is Denali National Park in Alaska. Now, this one's kind of a wild card, and I'll tell you why. It's because this national park has a super short season, first of all, and so going in the fall, you are really fringing on winter. Expect some really cool temperatures. Snow is not unheard of. The other thing is that this national park does not have many trees, so we're not really going to Denali for beautiful fall colors in the trees per se, but hear me out. So Denali National Park is in Alaska. It's in the interior of Alaska, so it's right here. You've got Fairbanks just north of Denali. It's really kind of in the middle of nowhere, but an absolutely beautiful place to visit. I actually worked in Denali, so I'm quite biased towards this national park. But what's cool about Denali in the fall is not only do you get the fewer crowds, but what they actually do is they open the park road to vehicles in September. And so if you visit during the summer, you will be required to take a shuttle if you want to go further into the park than kind of where the main roads go. And so, but in September, they open up the park road even further to your own vehicle, and you can enter a lottery to get tickets to do that. And if you can drive your own vehicle back in there, you can take your own time, you can look for wildlife, you can just enjoy the views at your own pace. So it is a really cool experience to have in this park. The other thing is that while you may not get the beautiful trees turning colors, you will still get some color in Denali in the fall, and that is because it is possible to see the northern lights in this national park in the fall months. So once that summer season starts winding down, the skies stay darker, it gets cooler, the skies are clear. You have a really good shot of seeing the northern lights in this national park. So if I'm going to visit Denali during the fall, I will usually aim for the end of September, mid to end of September, so that I can insert myself into the lottery and try to get that road lottery so I can drive my own car and give the park a little bit of time to cool down and to get darker so that I have a chance to see the northern lights. Okay, there's my 10 favorite parks to visit during the fall months. I cannot wait for you to go on a big adventure. I hope you're able to get out, get hiking, see some really cool stuff, and enjoy the national parks this fall. Have a great trip.